enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear all I say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above. And if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
And we are live, and I hope that you can hear me and see me. This is really scary for me. Hopefully, so I can see that you can see me. Can you hear me? Can you hear the music? I'm going to turn my music down just a skosh. There we go. Yay! Afternoon. You'll never know. Kathleen, Amberden, Millennia. Everybody's here. Awesome. Exciting. Hype. You're at work. You'll be lurking. Okay. Break the stream while you want. You can hear me plus some music. I'm so excited. So look, I've got I don't know if I can hold this up or not. No, I can't hold it up. I have a stream deck. So I can do everything from my little, it's like a little calculator with all the things on it. And then I can see myself. So let's see if I can show you the overhead. I'm so excited. Look at this. This is Rubina, the Queen of Hearts. And she is from Kimera, Kimera Models. And I think I did a little like a box opening of her a while back. I did get her primed last night. Priming was such a big pain in the tuchus. Yeah, she's really pretty. Yes. Hey, KS Angel. Perfect audio and video. Awesome. I'm very, very excited this is working. Big stress off me. Okay, I want to show you. So this is not the only piece. This goes to her as well. This is like her hair that's coming down. And I'm going to have to attach that after the fact because I want to be able to paint all this lovely back stuff without having covered that up. She's got like a keyhole, heart, peekaboo, booty, and a keyhole back here in her back. And there's like an opening on her tummy. Just a really, really beautiful model. And I'm painting her to display quality for a client. I've got so many things to catch up on. Oh yeah, let me show you why priming was a pain. So this is the airbrush that I was using. It's a Badger Patriot 105. And this, and so, Spear 1959 just subscribed 2 months in a row. Thank you so much, Spear. I really, really do appreciate it. So when you are, so this is a dual action. That means when you press down, you're letting air in. And when you pull back, you're letting paint out. So you can actually kind of do a rocking motion and it will go, you know, and you could basically dry the paint and spray it with the rocking motion, you know, depending on how you do it. So my problem is that this was sticking and I still don't quite know if I just need to clean it better or what. But so when I would press this, the needle is, when I pull it back, it's supposed to pull the needle back. It's not doing that at all right now. I'm just having fits with this needle. It's very, see how the needle comes back and then forward. So when I'm pulling the trigger, it pulls the needle back a little bit, and then when I push it forward, it pushes it back forward. Anyway, basically, so when I was depressing the button and pulling it back, I would press it down to just blow air, and it would continue blowing paint. So I'm not really sure what is going on. Yeah, Lamunas, we're not airbrushing. I mean, I've got my airbrush behind me, and we will eventually include airbrushing in this stream, not in this stream, but in the stream. So yeah, that's what people were saying, that there might be some paint stuck. I need to just pull it all apart and run some thinner and some stuff, because it's not usually this. It's very sticky. Not doing what I want it to do. Yeah, I don't know. So that was why priming was a big pain. Particularly the white, because you really want the white smooth on top of your black, and luckily I pretty much got it that way. Yeah, so there's a little roughness on parts of her. I might have to file a little bit, or if I'm gonna leave it or not. I think I'll leave it and see if I can make it disappear with paint, with a little bit more. Yeah, I'll let it disappear with paint. There's a lot you can do to hide things with paint. I want to show you her base. Give me 1 second here. There. Let me take my mic off here. Hang on. I'm back. And this is her base. It's a heart. I'm going to paint a checkerboard on it, and then probably, oops, it goes this way. And then probably sculpt some roses and things on it. Sits down in it just like that. And she looks really striking just on the black heart. So I think having a checkerboard will look really cool. We can make her on cam. Let me see if I can show her to you guys on the face cam. Yes. It looks cool. So you may need to break it down and clean it each piece. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I need to do. Shoshie Spiral makes the debut in the new work area. Yes, it is here. Yay. Hey, Grelix. Time to watch some streams while you're finishing up the day. Yeah. You just got your Patriot Badger 104, 105 from Badger's birthday sale. Still needs compressor, etc. Yeah, Tim Fizz, I love the Patriot 105 is so like a really big workhorse for me. It's really easy to use. My chair is not all the way on the mat now. I have a new floor mat. There we go. Now I can be in my place. I might have to move it over a little bit later. All right, so unfortunately, I'm still in disarray. The reason why I was building things was because I don't know where my palettes are. This is the old, hold on, let me switch. This is the palette that I have. It's junky. It's like, it's gonna have to work. I'm just not gonna keep it on cam because there's no point in that. My Velcro brushes that I got from spellcrow.com. I'm going to use a number 2 to start out. Now, I'm not going to be using this is the box art, and I'm not going to copy the box art for this. Instead, I'm going to show you, I'm going to be copying the concept art. And if you can see, let me see if I can show you. She's extremely pale in the concept art. There's like a little blush on her thigh and a little bit on her cheeks. She's very pale. So that means that we're gonna be, see, here's a better washing out. Yeah, just, I mean, she's almost like a clown. She's so white. So we're gonna use a lot of the white of this. Spring may not be quite up to snuff as well. Yeah, this feels funny. But okay, so I know that this is not an airbrush issue as much as it's a Shoshie issue because I did the same exact dang thing to my other airbrush. And so, and that airbrush is nothing like, it's completely different than the Patriot 105. So I think part of it's how I put it together. Having problems with it. The cat has not invaded the workspace, and so far, I'm getting my way, and the cat is not being allowed to come. I did not want the cat allowed in the basement at all, because I just, you know, you guys see how often I deal with cat hair. It's such a pain. Yeah, let's paint. It's painting. So, I'm gonna go with her eyes first. Got in the concept art, got these beautiful blue eyes. I'm going to see if I can't recreate those, plus this beautiful turquoise makeup. It's going to look kind of cool. There's quite a lot of greens and turquoises in the black fabric as well. So maybe the 2 is too big. Well, we'll try it. Get out a little bit of flat black. Actually like I do too, and that's why I'm going to use it. Plus, there are times when I feel comfortable copying the box art when I'm trying to learn something, and there are times when I'm like, I want to do my own thing, I want to Shoshify it, and then I really like seeing if I can take concept art and take it to the next level and make it into miniature art. That's a bigger challenge to me than copying somebody else's. Same problem, it's half damage. I am taking an airbrush class at Kingdom Con. That will help me. Yeah, and if you happen to take that class before I go to, well, if you happen to take it in the next week or so, let me know. I'm going to take my airbrushes to Chicago. I'm taking a workshop from Alfonso Giraldes. Let's go in here with her eyes. I'm going to take a moment, not talk. Just fill these eyes out, because one of those times where you don't want to breathe. So she's got very beautiful sculpt. I believe, what is she? Can't remember if she's 70 millimeter. Let me check. 75 maybe. Doesn't it say on the paperwork? No, it doesn't say. I think she's 75 millimeter. She's pretty big. But that means that the eyes are even more important because you can see them better, right? And out my paint, and there's a small cat hair or piece of lint. This studio is very different than my last one. My last one was in my living room. This one is a dedicated workspace. Ta-da! I did it. Make sure I get this side a little bit. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. I have to let that dry. Okay, so I have to tell you something else. Next to my airbrush station, I have my hair dryer. So all of my whole setup has gotten so much easier. I can hair dry, I can prime, I can probably get a lot better with my airbrush now. Thank you, Steven, Amy, Texas. Did I say that I'm sponsored by Secret Weapon? I did. And I am, and I need to fill out their affiliate form. I haven't done that yet, but they said that, you know, to let them know if I need anything. Like it when you paint the bigger minis, it really helps with the teaching. I agree. You can actually see what I agree, and that's one of the reasons why I like to paint them, because it is really easy to see what I'm doing. All right, let's see. Those are dry. Now, let's see. I'm going to take a color, like an off-white color. Take a bluish color. Like, let me look at the artwork real quick and see. Yeah, it's a gray. Take a gray color. This one. This is Arctic blue. It's not quite gray. Let me see. Let's make these two together. Rainy gray and Arctic blue. It'll give more of a gray feel. Okay. Be using that Arctic blue as well. Also, I did get sponsorship with Redgrass Games. That's the company that does the Everlasting Web Palette. And they're sending me a whole bunch of palettes and stuff to use in my classes and to also do giveaways here. So you'll be seeing me go back to web palettes and hopefully have a palette cam soon. We got to set that up. We just bought mica cam, so having, what do we have, 3 cams now? So that's a bunch. Yes, there's the link. Yeah, so 3 cams. If we get a 4th cam, that would be the palette cam that I would use when I'm by myself. I don't know, we'll see. We're gonna try to do it. All right, so when I'm painting the eye, I'm gonna attempt to just paint around the black. See how I leave a spot of black all the way around her eye? There we go. See how that looks? And the reason why we don't use white is because she will look googly-eyed or surprised. Use an off-white or a gray or a blue, a very, very pale blue, pale pink, anything except white. Don't use white. Okay, there she is. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Better again. Look at this concept art. I'm gonna go with the black for her pupil in the direction she's looking at. Kind of looking off to the side. And I will say that if you have trouble with eyes and making them not look cross-eyed, always try to make the minis look like they're looking off to the side, and it will really help. So there we go. There we go. That looks not bad. I see a little spot I need to touch up, but I think it's okay. I'm gonna set that up with a little bit of white start. I like to keep things touched up as I go, because otherwise it will bug me. Nicht schlecht. Not bad. Okay. Our glasses back on. For my wet palette, wait, I'm something. A couple of you guys were talking. Amberden said, wait. Am I gonna focus on their bases and stuff rather than their paints? Or am I gonna mix it up? So for Secret Weapon, I don't know. I have so many paints, so I don't know yet what I'm gonna use from them. So I need to kind of get a bunch of things and try out some things. See, and yeah, it's like, really honestly, I haven't bought a lot from them. And there's nothing about that. It's nothing bad about them. It's just kind of how things have happened. Yay, a cheer. Oh my gosh. Half Damage just cheered 300. Whoa, thank you so much. That's awesome. Yay. I'm in my new home. Yes. I get the air bubble between the paper and the sponge. It can dry out, and I can prevent it from curling by dropping the paper in the water before you put it on the palette. Yes, that's true. So going back to the Redgrass Games Everlasting Wet Palette, I really, really love their products. But the reason why I want to sponsor them is because they have a very high dedication to just improving their product all the time. And that's the kind of company that I want to work with. I just messed her eye up. Follower. House says boom. Thank you so much for the host. Hey. Hello, Dan Chapoo. I think I said it right. Super cool, Minnie. Can't wait to get the details on the gown. Yeah, Lone Wolf, we're settling in. I'm hopefully going to be able to paint some. I'm a little nervous today just because this is my first stream on my own. So far, it's working really well, so I'm excited. Keeping up with chat's hard, though. Seberg says, so I logged on into that. Now do I watch the stream from that server now and post pics? Sorry, I'm not used to watching Twitch. So T-Berg, we don't usually post pics here, but if you do have something that you want to show, send it to one of my mods, Artie Volv. Who else is here? Look at my filter view. Artie Wolf is here, and he's the only mod that's on right now. So yeah, he's going to be back and forth. So you may not be able to get something online today. The link is probably my bot has it. I think you can do exclamation point paint or paints. I can't remember if it's exclamation point paints, and it'll show the link. Yes, and you can, yeah, exactly. Artie Wolf, thank you so much for explaining that. We might do a works in progress on other streams, and you can definitely get comments and criticism on my server, which the server is right there. Oh, that's Kimera's link. Sorry. Here we go. And there's the server link. You guys are on it. Awesome. So I'm not digging this eye at all, so I'm just going to go back over it with my inner color, my sclera color. It's still a little bit wet. Okay. So excited you guys are here. have so much to catch up on for painting. No, that didn't work either. Okay. You guys get to watch me fail in public. Get a smaller brush. I can paint the inner corner with my black. So I'm noticing something different about the studio right away. There's a cat here. Is that this studio is so dry. In fact, I'm going to turn my space heater off because I think that's contributing. But so my paint is drying out already. The Everlasting Web Palette's going to help a lot with that. My airbrush got dry tip super fast last time as well. I'm just painting back in her little eyeball thingy. So yeah, I'm thinking we need a little bit of a humidifier. And paint the whole eye from start to finish all over again. I like that eye a lot. How come there's always a good eye and a bad eye? And part of that's because I'm right-handed, right? So if I were left-handed, the other eye would be better. Is it going to give you issues doing the skin later? No, I don't think so. Turn in for 2 minutes and I cannot use my e-print. You're getting tech questions, Lone Wolf? In some ways that's good things because it means the basement is done correctly. Yeah, I guess. It's we get electric static shocks quite a bit too, though, so we might need a little bit of a humidifier or something. But what about, so how do you know a basement is done correctly if it's dry? Oh yeah, duh. Okay, let me take this off. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna concentrate. See, I need some. Where's my flow aid? I have it in a bottle over here somewhere. I'm just gonna use. Here it is. Not it. I'm just going to use a little bit of Lamy medium because that's something at least. I really don't know where everything is. Lamy medium at least will keep my paint thinned up a little bit. I was wanting to dry out on my brush. Put this closer. There we go. Well, that's gonna stink if I'm gonna have so many problems painting just because it's so dry down here. This is honestly probably the first time I've painted since I've been here. Well, I take that back. I painted once. But this is definitely the first time I painted on stream. There we go. Fixed it. Yeah, of course we can always help. Cow says boom. What we'll do is sometimes it's easier to do Q&A type things on my stream, or not Q&A, sorry, like critiques and works in progress when Mike is here, because he can help me get links up and stuff. We only have one mod today, so. Also, this is my first stream back from not streaming for a while. I think my paint is also a little bit rusty. A little bit. So, okay, time for black. I'm gonna turn her upside down because I want this eyeball. Just getting to me. Need the thinner badly. There. Now let's see. Much better. Much better. Let that dry completely. Let's move on to something else. Look at the... Bought a new studio recently, too. Last time you did coaching with me, you were a coffee table painter. Ah, that's awesome, Relix. Things are jumping off my table. And yeah, and Artie Volv's on the phone app. App doesn't like to share. Okay, so this is a very cartoony. I'm just looking at this, and there's lots of blues and lots of grays. I'm gonna go dark to light on her with this. I'm going to get out blue, very dark blue. No, maybe not. Wait. Yeah, we'll mix a little bit of this dark blue. I'm going to mix a little brown with it. When you mix brown and blue together, you get a really deep, deep color. Let me see what happens when I put a little Inktense chestnut with this blue. And see what happens. That'll also thin it out a little bit too. Ooh, see how that turns almost black? Super, super deep. Needs to be, yeah, that's pretty good. Now I get back to my number 2. And I'm going to her, got like a scarf around her head. And it goes all the way up around her hair. See? I'm letting a little bit of the white of the paint kind of highlight itself for me. Trying not to paint all over the crown. Got a gorgeous crown. But one of the things I teach when I teach at art classes at school, this is going to be tricky because I got to flip it, is paint the edges first. See how this is? My brush control is really... So when you haven't been painting for a while, it's just like sports. And I should have chosen a different model to practice on to get back warmed up. Okay. That's better. Gotta paint the edge, and then you can paint the inside much faster. A bit more paint. This is probably going to be more than one coat. All right, bear with me because I have to take my glasses off quite a bit just so I can see stuff. Yeah. So also, if you want to get my attention, you can see the little black box when you do @Shoshie's Minis. And so that helps me know to put my glasses back on so I can talk to you guys. Otherwise, I'll just jibber jabber until I'm ready to look at chat again. Yay! Dark Woman Consumed 666. That's a very dramatic name. Thank you so much for following. How is everybody doing today? What has everybody been doing since I've been gone? Anything, any new painting projects? So like I said, I think I mentioned this. Ooh, that's too much blue. Got a big blob of paint right on her chin here. Thin it out. I'm going to be taking a special workshop from Alfonso Giraldes. He is also known as Banshee. You can look him up on social media, especially like Instagram. He's on Instagram. He's from Spain. He's a very talented artist, very good teacher. I've taken a class from him before. I took a color theory class. And this time I'm taking a class on non-metallic metals. So you guys are the ones that have started me into getting better with non-metallic metals. And so now you guys are getting me into taking more classes from people. I'm taking, I took a Sergio Calvillo Rubio's non-metallic metal class at Adepticon, and that was really good. It was different than anything I've seen before. He does a technique he calls copy bases, and I'm not really sure what that stands for. And but it's a very sketchy kind of style. Look at that. Look at how that hugs her head, and she looks very austere. Is that the right word? Coat 2. Go up to the top. I missed the top. Wow. You guys can hear the music good? Okay, now there's little spots in between the crown that I gotta get. Aww. Thank you, Runekin. Thank you so much for the cheer. I really appreciate it. Okay, so like I said, painting is muscle memory. Oh, what the heck? Guys, look at this. My paint is doing something in the palette. Like, do you see these chunks? Like, oh, I wonder if that's the Lamia medium I wonder, or if it's the ink. Something is interacting here. It's making chunks. Gross. Chunky paint. Gross. This is where thinner would be really good. Let me see if I have any. No. We will get organized, guys. I'm so sorry. Until then, you will deal with me in a move state. Okay, so while I have that paint still, I'm going to go ahead and get this, because this whole thing is the same color. You assume that continues on the piece here. Yep, you just assumed correctly. That's why I'm moving over to it now. The Amberden reads my mind. Very astute. Hoping that once we get this part done, the eyes will be nice and done. I can start finishing up the eyes. And then we will also, see how I thin that paint so that it goes right over, and it, see how it has sort of its own highlighting and shadowing here because of the way I primed it. Then I'll full. Nice and dark on the bottom, but it's nice and light on the top. Entirely because of how I primed it. And it's very time saving. Yeah, you think it's ink? I do too. Sometimes the ink gets chunky on its own, I think. Has its own little quality to it, huh? Flip it, flip it. So pretty how the primer flows underneath the paint. Trying to find the Shoshie bust which you carefully stored inside. Telling me, Amberden. I have a lot of things that I carefully stored and now I can't find. In fact, most of the stuff I've carefully stored is very hard to find. I find it like 2 months after I need it. This is going to look amazing with the reds that are going to be in her outfit. This is a very pretty blue, and there's going to be blue, basically this blue, gold, and reds. Essentially a triadic color scheme. Spots I missed. Okay. So, the paint along, we were talking about that bust. I'm hoping to get that organized. It'll have to be after Mother's Day. No, wait. Yeah, maybe sometime in May or after Mother's Day. There's a lot going on this year. But we will do it. We will absolutely do it. Okay. I'm going to set this aside and let it dry. It's getting streaky on me and I need to make sure not to let streak up too much. Took literally years before you found everything you had after your last move. Oh, I know. I hope that doesn't happen to me. Which green paint? Okay, so we started with this deep blue and we mixed intense chestnut with it and a little bit of Lamia medium, which made it kind of weird and chunky. So the deep blue has a lot of green in it, and then when you add this from this. Aw, Flickster, thank you so much for the host. How are you? I hope everything is well. As you can see, I've got my stream deck, and we're able to flip to the basement. Yay! Yay, and you're home. Look, stream deck. You can go overhead. Wait, face, and then overhead. I'm very happy. And we're back working on commissions. Hey! It's so technical though. It's like, I know it's not like that technical. Transition. Thank you, Runekin. Yes, I'm showing off. I absolutely am. All right, so the last thing that is black on her is her boot. Her boots have black. And I need to be careful because I want to paint in between, not stuff up the parts where there's going to be gold. That. So you went on holiday, is that right, Flick? And I wasn't sure where you went, but I saw adorable pictures of your child with her little poof of red hair. She's so cute. Okay, see, this is looking good. Enduro Joe, thank you so much for the subscribe. Longtime lurker finally figured out the sub thing. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You guys are so great. And as you know, we use the subscription money to improve the stream. We've been just buying new equipment so that you can, like the Stream Deck and like the new cam for Mike, and we bought a lav mic so that way the mic is not in my face anymore. I love that. You guys help that. That is all on you. So thank you for making my painting on stream more comfortable, because it definitely is now that I have this lav mic. We're going to be getting a boom arm. That's probably our next stream purchase. A boom arm so this camera will not be in my face either. Like right now the camera is like literally right here. And so that will be amazing. Some boots. Okay, I gotta take glasses off again. You can see what I'm doing. I know I'm missing spots. Yeah. Do a little extra coat over here because needs it. Oh, plans. What are your plans for the weekend? What are my plans for the weekend? My plans are to get more painting done. I'm going to get more painting done. That's my goal. So I want to show you guys the pile. This is one of the commissions that I need to finish before the end of the month. And you can see I just poked myself in the eye with my glasses. So I have this queen. Oh, hold on one second. I'm going to squeak back. I'm going to bring you so as you know, I've got the Rogel Dorn. Check this out. I love how this came out primed. So you guys saw I magnetized this last time. It was on one of my streams, or my more recent streams. That. So magnets are right here and here. This goes in. Clicks. Boop, boop. Ta-da! And then it stays. So that's Rogel Dorn's base. Let me show you actual Rogel Dorn. He has 1,000,000 pieces, and he's still not all put together because I'm gonna have to look at him. So cool. Rogaldorn, my name is Rogaldorn. That's his song. Oh, send the list for the mold. Yes, I will, Kat. Don't worry. Hopefully that's on my list for this weekend. Oh, sorry. There's his shoulder pads. They go on like that. And then he's got a cape. Has to go on before the shoulder pads. Maybe I should have put on before, but anyway, this cape is beautiful. He's an Iron Fist, right? Or something like that. Arm. Yeah, he's going to be a really cool looking model when I get done. And then I've got the lion and the 4 survivors from Kingdom Death. Weekend plan, working on your first official commission. Kingdom Death Dark Elf. Oh, Runekin, that's awesome. Congrats. I'm going to put this away so you guys. Oh, here's his hand. Hi, I'm Rogaldorn. I amuse myself too much. And lastly, I also have these gals. These are the 20, 40, and 80-year-old survivors from Kingdom Death, and they're really stunning. I was pretty happy with how they came out primed. You know, I'm very excited. If you get a good prime job, then usually the mini will turn out good. That's usually my experience. Salute! Oh my gosh, that's right, Salute. You hopefully will run into Flickster and Electric Eve and some of my favorite British people. Those guys are my favorite British people. Some of them. Dipped the brush in the compressor but misremembered giving me a hose on site. So now you have no way to use it. Oh, that stinks. Thanks. Yeah, the survivors do look really good. Look at that. Yes. Oh my goodness, she's gonna be so pretty. All right, time for the eyes again. Now, look at this. I want her eyes to be almost like a glowing, like a beautiful blue that, you know, you really notice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a little white. This is where I'm gonna actually use white. And I'm gonna paint the background to the blue eyes so that we'll have a little canvas for them. Okay? So. I don't know if this is gonna work. It's so dry in here. I made sure to leave a little ring. Can you guys see that at all? There's a little black ring around the white. A little bit more. There we go. Okay, so now it looks a little weird, but it's going to be okay. I'm going to take a very crystal blue color. Do Canterbrick blue? Canterbrick blue. I'm gonna shake it because it gets very like all the medium goes to the top. Put my glasses. Bondic is life. Why is Bondic life? We didn't even talk about Bondic, but that's okay. Bondic is life. Why Shoshie love the stream? Quick question. How does the glue that sets... Oh, yes, that's Bondic. Yes. Hey, Proto Maker. Look, we're streaming. We're doing good. Things are a little dry in the studio, what I'm noticing. So we were talking about a humidifier, possibly. All right, so I'm going to show you. Got a little bit of white. Here's a little bit of this blue. That's this vivid blue that I want. Try it. Your replacement UV thingy arrived. Yay! And so now you can finally try your Bondic. It's getting too dry. This is the hard part. Sometimes I want to pull it away and I want to be like, I want to paint it right by my face so that I can see it and you guys can't see it. Need like a magnifying cam. Well, that eye was perfect. What's going on? Got weird eye and perfect eye. All right, she's gonna have makeup on. So once I get the makeup in, it'll look really super good. Okay, this is where I'm gonna give her a little pupil. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks awesome from where I can see. Okay. I need to do a little bit more blue. Good. Now, there's always a little sparkle eye. Little reflection dot to make her look alive. Oh, now she looks cross-eyed because the reflection dots are not in the right spot. And the glue, the white literally dried as I was putting it on. So there's like this chunk. All right, I'm not gonna mess with that. Some things have to be done off stream for the purpose of the commission. Yay, Flickster. Yes, I'm so glad. Like the eyes. Oh, good. I'm glad. They look weird right now. I have to fix a little bit again. Try this. Okay. She's definitely looking cross-eyed, but part of that is that lost her makeup over here. Did it. that looks really good. I'm not gonna touch it. I don't want to mess it up. I need to do the little reflection dots still, but that looks decent. I'm not gonna mess. If I pick at it, it's gonna mess it up. Now, he has at her skin here. He has an extremely pale pink skin. Pink. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a smidge of bright color. That's Ruby Alchemy. That's gonna have a little bit of gonna have too much highlight in it because alchemy and all that. Here we go, fuchsia. I'm gonna mix a little bit of that with the white. Reds go a long, long way. Ah! Again, things are jumping off my desk. You need it? Yeah, I do need a humidifier like right away. It's crazy, isn't it? Okay. Want a super pale pink? There. It's mostly white here. Since it has so much white in it, get a bigger brush. Put lots of water in that. That's why bigger brushes sometimes can help as well. You're having flow problems. So. Bit more bit. Lone Wolf just subscribed. Another month already. Time flies. 6 months in a row. That's amazing. Thank you. That is great. I remember she's pasty white, so this pink is mostly white. Take this off because one of the things I'm noticing, that's the bad thing about white, is it can get really chalky and crusty quick. I'm going to do a thin glaze of the pink so that way we don't have the crustiness that I don't want to worry about. Okay, so she does look a little more pink and also a little more alien, but that's okay because she's like a doll. She's like a human doll. Okay, I got my paper towel, fell down. Had to pick it up with my toes. Okay, this is a Winsor Newton number 2. It seems to be helping me quite a bit. Big piece of lint on right under her eye. There, I got it. Okay. Anywhere I had some shadows, I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit more pink. Thin, thin, thin. Now, see how the zenithal priming really makes a difference in painting a nice light color. I'm trying to paint this really quickly so I don't get lines all over her nice thigh. Add a little bit more white if we need to hide the lines. Very pretty. There's her booty. Now right now we just have the pink, but I will probably, woo! Mixed in Minis, thank you so much for subscribing. 10 months in a row. Hey Shoshie, awesome as always. Thank you so much. Yes, she does have a booty window. But you know what's funny is that it gets covered up as soon as you put this on. Booty window actually does a, yeah, the booty window goes away. It's a peekaboo, like peekaboo, there's the booty window, but you don't get to see it because this is covering it. So that's why you guys will get to see it, nobody else. I like what's going to be the contrast between this really dark boot and her very pale pink skin. That will be a fun. Look at this, already dry. Well, that part's not. The white is already dry though. Okay, so now I need to get some more paint. Time for wet palette in Shoshie's dry studio. Now where did my white go? Did I throw it on the floor? Yes, I did. It is on the floor. 1 second, I'm gonna mute my mic so. Okay. White, almighty white. Everyone stand up. Get it. Oh, it's time to have a little chair stretch break. Thank you. Everybody, hold on. Let's do the overhead. Wait, face. Here we go. All right, stretch your arms back. Stretch your arms forward and clasp your hands like this, and then just kind of stretch up. Easy movements. Side bends, very slow and careful. You just want to. That's a good point. I'm glad that we started doing that because I would easily forget. All right. Time to paint. Little pink. Next here, so it's not too. It needs to be a little bit more. Better. Oops, see, that's so much more red than I need it to be, so I'm going to add some more white right on top. Mix it on the mini. You guys feel like with this setup, I'm staying on cam a lot more? Do you feel like that's a possibility? Yes, I am wearing a Kingdom Death shirt. It's the Mosquito Queen or whatever her name is. It's very cool looking. I got her at Gen Con. I believe they had a picture of her, you know, on display, or they had the actual model. And I met the sculptor too. Okay. Now, I'm going to do a little bit more white. I'm going to glaze it over this pink because it looks very pink to me. It's hard to say what's going to happen with the skin just yet without doing the rest. So I really don't want to do too much more. And I'm staying on. That's good because I feel like I have less in my way and it's easier to stay on cam because I don't need to move. I don't need to move the model to see, you know, stuff. Way easier for me. All right, now. We're going to go with a very dark burgundy tone. I'm going to try to match this. You guys see this? It's the brownish red. I'm going to attempt to find that. Do African Shadow. We're going to try to mix this color. Good. Do bit of red with this and a little bit of the Intense Black. How about Intense Black? See what happens. I like to play with mixing colors. What we get. Super, yes. That's the super dark red brown that I wanted. Almost a purpley color. It's very pretty. So, I'm going to make a note about that real quick. Maybe not. So we did, what color was it? It was Intense Chestnut. Writing it on my thing here. And then we had some African Shadow, that's right. And then a little black. Let me get my pen. That would be better. Pen that works? Is it too much to ask? Okay, so African Shadow, Intense, red, 1 drop, and Intense Black. 1 drop. Okay. Now I can paint. With the Pentel brush, it would help if I could find it. I took it with me to Adepticon, and I don't think I unpacked it. It would absolutely help, and I wish I had it with me right now. I do not. So, all of this dark area that is covered with the gray color right now is going to get this color. Probably needs to be even darker than it is currently. Yeah, it's a little thin. I'm going to add Add a little bit more pigment to it. But this time I'm going to add a little bit of red. This is red paint. And a little bit of black. Instead of just the inks. Inks are pure pigment. That might be too much black. See what happens. Yeah, we need a little bit more red. See, it turned dark, but it's not red dark. Red is a very powerful color. It tends to dominate when it's mixed into stuff. So there, that's better. I think it's better. I got way too much paint on my brush. Artie Wolf, we got back from, we moved on Monday. We went to Adepticon on Wednesday. Okay, so like we didn't even finish unpacking, we went to Adepticon. Got back from Adepticon and we were still doing more moving. So yeah, I haven't unpacked from Adepticon because honestly, I'm still not unpacked from moving completely, at least in the studio. It's been crazy. And you guys wonder why I've been gone so long. That is exactly why. It's been unpacking and packing, and we're just finally got the old house listed. So it's finally on the market. And that's one big thing off our plates, but you know, that gives us more work as well. Eventually people are probably going to want some other things fixed on it. It's a very old house. So this would be so much faster with an airbrush. You're messing with me? Yay! Agent Deadpan just subscribed 2 months in a row. Top 3 tier. So Agent Deadpan, I don't know if you're aware of this, but at the top tier, which you have 2 months now of, get a 30-minute coaching with me. And so we need to schedule that. Now that I'm all back, we can do that. And get a 30-minute... Actually, you'll get 2 30 minutes because I don't believe we did the first one for the first month. It was a little too crazy. Last month was insane. You guys can see it. I'm painting all of this dark brown because we need it to be smooth and even, and then we'll paint it the red parts over the top. I learned how to do layering from Elizabeth Beckley Bradford. I think that's her full name. And it's very nice technique to be able to get smooth blended look with good contrast. All the time I need set up first. Yes, it is a good color, and it'll look really good as a shadow color because that's basically what it is right now. It's just my shadow color. And it's a shame we're covering up all that beautiful zenithal, but it'll be all right. I know where it is. Didn't forget. Very pretty color though, even on its own. Now the African shadow is pretty as well, but it's a little bit more desaturated. Why adding those inks really kind of helps it pop a lot more. Like I said, inks are pure pigment. And something else I learned about Sergio Calvillo Rubio. So I don't know if you know, but he's got a Patreon. And I was following it, but it was difficult for me to follow until after I took his classes. And now I know a little bit more about how he works. So it's going to be a lot easier to watch his stuff because I watched him in person. That's kind of my brain works that way. And so paint's very opaque, and then he doesn't like to glaze much at all, which is very good because I don't really like to glaze much at all either. I mean, I do, but I just prefer things to be fast, easy. Who doesn't? Okay. Need to take a peek. Okay, so she's got this whole sleeve deal back here. Get it all painted up. Now, because this is being covered by gold, this is going to look really, really good with this purpley red and the gold. And I'm pretty sure my client wanted metallic metals. So that will be really nice as well, because you'll get to see a different version. The box art is non-metallic, and I'm going to paint her with metallic, and it's going to be different. Uh-oh, I just painted her leg. No! Quick, wipe it off. If I can. Might need to get a little bit of that ink back on there. Put white on it. At least with the white, you can pink it up later. Did I use a light pink intensity? Nope. I didn't. There is no light pink intensity. There is red, and this has magenta in it. Fuchsia and white is what that particular color right there is. And this uses African shadow, a little of the intensity red, and a little black. I love how opaque. That's one thing that Scale 75 excels at, is a really nice opaque paints, which means you don't have to sit and make a million coats over and over again. Genuine Vision, thank you so much. 9 months in a row. How are you? Is it morning for you right now? Is it just, are you waking up? Do you have his coffee? We're painting the Rubina, Queen of Hearts. Getting all of this lovely shadow color in there on her dress. And then we're gonna highlight it later. Reds. I just found a mold line. Big chunky mold line. I'm gonna get it here in a second. Maybe I can hide it with paint. I will take it out. Woke up at 4 a.m., did some commission work, and now you're going back to bed in a minute. Oh my goodness. 4 a.m. commission work. Yeah. I think I've been there. I've done that. I've been really trying to get a better bedtime schedule, and the new house makes it really easy because it's so comfortable, guys. This house is so nice. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I should, right? I just moved here, right? Oh, I love the contrast. So pretty. Look at that. Moi. She's saying moi. Queen of Hearts. It's gonna dry darker. I can already tell. That's okay. I want it pretty dark. Finishing up some freehand. Jen, I don't know how familiar you are. Oh no, look at her side. She got paint on her. Let me see if I can get it off real quick. Oh. It's coming off a little bit. Crazy birthmark over there. Oh, no. Alright, I will stop tearing paint off my model right now. Might have to touch her with an airbrush. Gonna be some touch up back here too. Most people do midnight snacks. Jen does midnight freehand. Well, I do know that when it is quiet at night, there's a whole lot less distractions. And I know that I get a lot of stuff done. It's my most creative time. It used to be between 11 and 2 a.m. Back when I made friends with so many Australians. Now I'm trying to go to bed earlier. I'm trying to be in bed by 11. So unusual. Okay, the reason why I'm not freaking out about her skin tones and about the fact that I blurred paint all over her is because I will end up layering quite a bit more on that. And that pink is not the last coat that she will receive. Put a little bit of white. A little bit of white down here to fill in that little hole. Might need a little Bondic. Not yet tried filling holes with Bondic in paint chips. But it does so well with all kinds of other gap stuff that maybe I will. Right now I'm just working on taking care to get all of the little brush strokes out. I'll leave it alone, let it dry. We'll get to it. Okay. Thank you so much. And we can go back to sleep. Yeah, Jan, you need to come to Adepticon again next year. I will do what I can to help. Absolutely. That would be amazing. I'm so glad to hear Flickster's already planning on coming back. Super glad about that. Had an awesome time. Okay, now it does have some hairdo color up here too. I'm gonna paint in that shadow now. And it looks like I'm kind of just laying in the color. We're sketching it at this point. When do the tickets for next year's Adepticon go on sale? Usually, I want to say that housing might start in November, I think, and then yeah, I think that might be right. And then the tickets for the events would be January. That's about right. You can look online and see what hassle. Yay, you'll be there. Awesome. And, oh wait, Flickster's gonna be at Loot. Awesome. That's just as good, right? Take all the video, Flick. Now, I'm gonna go in here with this, out the shadows in this hair. Hopefully everybody can see everything pretty well. I think you'll feel really good about this way of streaming. So here, I want to show you guys something. So we had that blue color. Where is it? It's the deep blue. This blue plus this purpley brown. I want to show you what color it makes. Mix it together. You're going to get this amazing kind of Payne's gray color. Look at this. Very Payne's gray, pretty much. I mean, a little bit more of this. Yeah. So those colors will naturally look really good together. Smaller brush. Let's try a 1. This is a Winsor Newton 1. Yep. Trying to get that deep blue-black color into her boots. Getting all the darks in. So it was going to read as nearly black. I went in here and I'm kind of just shading into the red with the blue. Same thing here. That will make the shadows look even deeper. Ready? Purple Feather Delusions, right. You're on your own account. Yes, me and Dad. Both fine with that. Don't know if you saw our message on Dad's account. Red-bound color. Internet froze. Oh, I did not. Thank you so much for this the host, Studio Dropship. Wow, I saw that you were streaming. I didn't expect a host. Thank you so much, guys. If you haven't followed Studio Dropship, that's another streamer painter that you should get to know. I think I've hosted a couple times. If I'm wrong, let me know. You're painting Rubina. We've got some weird colors on her right now because we're kind of just laying in our darks and our lights. We got her eyes started. And painting in some shadows as well right now. And a little wet blending while I'm at it. The Honored First is following. The Honored First, I could have swore you were already following. Does Twitch do that? One of those things where it unfollowed me? Could have swore. I know that you've watched me before. But welcome back. Hey, Glass Cord, thank you so much for watching. Is that a key? Yeah, she's sort of holding like a staff, and it's got a key on it. It's the Queen of Hearts by Kimera Miniatures. You guys see how this blue looks like in this really pretty up against this red. And we've talked about how once we have the other colors really in there, that other red's gonna pop right off of this, the really saturated. So do you guys see what I'm doing? I'm painting in all my dark shadows first. Then I'm gonna layer on top this intense red. And you'll see it's, I mean, obviously you won't see right now, but it will pop like amazingly. Oh, you lost your old account. Oh, well, the honored first, if you tell me, if you whisper to me the name of your old account, I will look to see how many points you had, and we'll give them to this account. That way you won't lose any watching points with me. All right, you Scoot. Thank you so much, Honored First, but don't forget to whisper me so we can get your points back to you. Glad your first stream is to catch Rubina, pretty little thing. Aw, thank you. She's gonna be very cool looking, I think. Trying to mix a little bit of this with, get it more of a gray. Don't want it to be too blue. There we go. That. Now it's sort of pooling. Static the Finder, welcome to the class. Thank you so much for following. See, we're painting Rubina. Rubina, the Queen of Hearts. All my little dark shadows in here with that blue. Nice and easy to blend, to wet blend this, because it's just nice and dark already. I do think stuff is still drying on my paint, or drying on my stuff is still drying on my brush a little bit. Under Panda, welcome to the class. Thank you so much for following. Is that like underdog? Under Panda. Love it. So I'm mixing a little bit of this red color with a little bit of the blue to get my kind of a dark, cool shadow. And what I'll also do is I will go back over this with the red again, wet blend over the top, like that. Okay. Now, I am looking at her boots. I want to keep a lot of this pretty light. I'm going to go with actually, we're going to go with a dark metallic color because this client wants metallic metals. I need to find metallics, which I believe this decayed metal is going to be perfect. Start my brown. No room, no basement anymore. Moved house. Long time. Yes. So we have a brand new studio. We have a brand new setup. I've got an airbrush over here. I've got a place to, keep all my commissions right here. I've got across the room, I've got a shipping area. We've got a new stream deck so I can switch from the face cam to the model. So right now I'm going to put a little bit of this metallic. It's like a metallic brown. A really dark color. It's called Decayed Metal. One of the alchemy colors from Scale 75. I'm going to switch to a basing brush. I want to be able to get good coverage with this. This is a Citadel base brush, medium base brush. A lot more thin. So what was the question? Yeah, it is drying pretty fast. So part of the problem with the studio is it's very dry in here. And so stuff has been drying on my palette really quickly. So it's going to take some getting used to for sure, because I'm not used to that. I think our old house was a little bit drafty, and so maybe we had a little more leeway. This brush, look at this brush. This brush is poop. Hold on, let me switch brushes. I want to be able to not have to, like I'm, go. This is a 1 Winsor Newton, an older one, so I don't have to worry about the metallic pieces going up in the ferrule. Yeah, that's much better. Trying to paint all the little florets and details. They're very fine, intricate swirls and everything. It's almost like painting freehand, but not quite. So our first open house, I guess, is going to be this Sunday. And I think that's when we get all the feedback on what people think. So I'm looking forward to that, sort of. You just never know. Here's the funny part about moving house. Everybody said, oh, it's going to be so stressful. And it wasn't until after we had everything moved. And it's funny because that's been the stressful part, is getting everything in order here. The move itself, it wasn't that bad, and packing wasn't that bad either. So I guess it just depends on what's going on. Maybe because it was after the move, I was expecting all this stress, and then it didn't come, and so then my brain let go and was like, okay, it's stress time. Not pretty. I need a chat. I'm planning to use a little bit of metallic and red for the dress. I don't think so. I want it to look like lush velvet, and that will make it look even better against the metal of the boots. So no metallic that I don't think I'm going to put any metallic in the dress. Just in the boots. Just wherever the metallic will be on, like here, like wherever this metal would already normally be. I just realized I need to paint all that. I need to get back to that color. I'm glad I wrote down my little color recipe. Go. And more brown. Okay. Oh, that's right. Is Studio Dropship in the UK? Why did I not know that? My nose itches. Lots of dark colors right now. So we're gearing up though. Don't worry, we're gonna do so much lightening. I really love this blending that I've done down here. You can't maybe see it as well as I can, but it looks amazing. Okay, hold on one second. I feel like I need to catch up on some stuff. I need to go back to my brown that I mixed. There's my red. Then I had Inktense black mixed with it. Drop of Inktense red. He lives in Cheltenham. He was on last weekend's Andy Wardle flesh painting course sitting next to you. Oh, Amberden, I'm so glad to hear that you were at Andy Wardle's class, because if I were in the UK, that's what I would be doing, taking that class with you guys, because I've heard good things. But that's not the right color brown at all. Why not? More black? Black. Oh, I remember now. We added paint. So there it's starting to get dark again. We added a little black paint. Yeah, I didn't remember my recipe at all. A little drop of black paint and a drop of red paint. I think it was drops of red paint. There we go. Looks like a bullseye. Can you guys see this? Yes. Now it's turning brown because of the red. Deep, 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 beautiful purpley brown. I love that color. And I'm mixing a lot because Shoshie is drying everything out. And I'm going to end up using it anyway on my boots a little bit. Boots were made for walking. Gotta look at this. Going in and touching up all the spots that are missing that little color that I need. So pretty. Can you, I don't know if you guys could do this or not, but I can tell when a model is going a certain way. Aw, wait. Neko Mimi Alice, thank you so much for following. Welcome. We're working on Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts had some tarts, right? Did she have tarts? And the Knave of Hearts, he stole those tarts, right? I'm gonna cut this mold line on, that's bugging me. Mold line off, there we go. Right here. There. Now, paint right over that. Now you see it, now you don't. You missed it. Boom. Flipper. Anyway, what I was saying was that I can tell when a mini is going a good way, and this mini is going a good way. And I think a good part of it is due to the fact that I got in my own classes. I took my own classes at Adepticon, and I learned some new stuff that was very helpful. Okay, so this is that blue color. I'm going to mix a little bit of this red with it. Get a dark shadow for my red. Actually sort of a gray. And I'm going to go in straight into her boot now. Did I miss chat? Am I miss chat? Looking good. Awesome. Neko Mimi. That's a great company. It is from Kimera Models. You can go to chimeramodels.com. If you press ! Paint, I believe it should give you the website. I try to always credit, because I know that people do want to know where the models that I paint come from, and so that will help you. Yep, there it is. So she is working on Rubina, Queen of Hearts by Kimera Models, and then it gives the link to the website. So if you want to get her yourself, right there. And they're not sponsoring me, I'm just painting this for a client. Although I am very friendly with Francesco Farabi. He is the owner of Kimera Models. I did not know that, and I feel so dumb for not knowing that. Did not know that until this Adepticon, and I met him last year actually, and I didn't realize that was his company. This last little toe. That color is a lot more black and has a lot more depth than this one, so I'm going to go back in. Another coat. Drawing a little light on me. A bit more red. Go. I'm not worrying too much if I'm painting over the filigree, because that will go on top anyway, and we'll just give it another layer afterward anyway. Go. All right. Ding ding ding. Let's do some more of this brown. Glasses are off again. Very, very pretty. It's gonna look so good when we get more of the layers on. And I feel like, so when I first started painting this model today, I felt kind of rusty. And now I feel like I'm getting my wooge back. Oh, so I just messed up right there. Dang it. Clean it up. Clean it up. There we go. But yeah, I felt really rusty. And even my airbrushing was having issues. I'm probably gonna have to go back and clean all my airbrushes out. I jacked them all up with paint in them. Oh, I'm looking forward. I'm going to be at Marcon in Columbus, Ohio for Mother's Day weekend at the Hyatt Regency in Columbus. And I'm going to be painting and teaching painting. And I think I'm going to be judging a contest. There's going to be a painting contest too. Pretty sure I get to judge. I'm not 100. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I think I do. I have to check. I'm not 100. I know that Nova's having a painting contest. I don't know about Marcon. Either way, I'm going to have a blast. And I'm hoping that anybody who is able to come to Ohio for the Mother's Day weekend, I have a hard time of the year to ask your wife if you can go game. But I did. Well, not my wife, but I asked my whole family if they would come with me to do, you know, basically be my Mother's Day present. And so they are going to try to make it. Hopefully I can get my daughter to go. That would be the best. All right. I think it is the time to do the next phase of, see, how do I do? So we're going to look for somebody. Post. It is 4:30. So happy that you guys all made it and are watching me. It's been awesome having all of you. Look for somebody to host. You guys got anybody that you want to see? Let me know. Let me know. See who's on. Maroon is on. I like to host some of the people who've got like only 5 people watching. Not a lot of people who don't have very many viewers, right? I would say Maroon. She's painting a really cool dragon. Let's host her. What do you guys think? Right. Oh. Just put her here. Really pretty little screen for you. All right, guys. Come back and see me on Monday. I will be back on the same time as I was today, 2:30 to 4:30. Make sure I spell that right, Maha. Got an interesting spelling. See. H-A-R-U. Twins. All right, guys. You have a lovely weekend, and we will see you. And sleep good, Amberden. Bye. Ah, thank you, Aberden. Do the mad love, yes.